A couple of months ago, I used a pair of scissors to cut one of my jeans, which had a hole in them, into shorts. But why do you care? You clicked on a video where you saw me cut my jeans, but why does that matter? I know that if I would have told people before I upcycled my jeans that I was going to do so, I would have been told not to bother and just buy a new pair of jeans. Oh wait, that did happen. I did buy another pair of jeans, the same one as I had before, because these grey jeans are the most comfortable pair of trousers I have ever worn. I hate sweatpants, and I have about 4 or 5 pairs of them. But afterwards, when telling people that I turned my trousers into shorts that I was otherwise just not going to wear, instead of getting discouragement or judgment, I even got one of my psychology teachers to say something along the lines of, "Hey, that's sick." What's interesting is that this can also happen the other way around. People might initially encourage you and support you when you start, but once you become more successful than them, they suddenly start to tear you down. As far as I can tell, this is usually just their ego at play when they just can't stand someone being more successful than you and expressing their anger through hatred towards you. But that is something that I've never experienced before. I would understand the initial concern, although less so the judgment, if what you were going to do was actually difficult, actually risky, or has negative impact on other people. If someone says that they're going to watch a YouTube tutorial tomorrow and build and fly a rocket ship to Mars that very same day, it isn't your job to judge them and to completely discourage them from that idea. But it may be a good idea to inform them, if they aren't already, about the sheer size of their goal and, only if necessary, that they've gone crazy. At the end of last year, when I went to paint my desk white because I was growing even less fond of its dark brown wood, I was told a number of things, including make sure to get the right paint, the right amount of paint, and also don't get any paint on your floor. All useful advice. What maybe was repeated a few too many times was, let's just go buy a new desk, when I just wanted the more satisfying, interesting, and also cheaper option. But my desk is now white and it went pretty well. There are a whole number of reasons why people might decide to discourage you, especially when you're starting out, and I think it's important to be able to recognize these, or signs of these, and know how you yourself can respond to them. Perhaps you haven't shown what you're completely capable of. If your best friend says that he's going to just start the engine of a plane with the knowledge that he's got from being a passenger and then proceeds to taxi and take off, you are totally fine just sitting there with your mouth open, totally surprised, when only in the air he tells you this.
And then now I can finally reveal to you that I've been working on my pilot's license for 6 months. I'm officially a rated pilot. That is unreal, Wally!
If you say that you're going to DIY build your own shed and you're going to get your wood and your screws and whatever, someone might doubt you if they've never even seen you hold a saw before. But it may also be because, number 2, they don't want to see you fail. It might be that they care about you and that they want to see you safe and to protect you from disappointments, because it could very well be that you don't know how to build a shed and that the next morning it's collapsed because you got the wrong type of wood, or who knows. I'm not saying these are good or valid reasons for why someone should completely demotivate you from something that you're interested in, but it does happen. Although, what if you mess up cutting your jeans? And lastly, when telling people about an idea that you have or something that you want to do, they might, instead of imagining you doing it, themselves doing it, and then highly discouraging you from doing that. You could decide to see this quite deeply as being from their fears and insecurities, and then it may be more about them than you. It could be plain ignorance or even jealousy, but some people tend to attack things that are new to them. Or maybe they can't imagine themselves doing it, and that emotional feeling being too strong for them to imagine how it would be like for you. That's all I've got from me today, so I'll see you next time.